Hi, dreamers. It's me, Crystal. I have just sailed on the MSC Seashore on a 3-day cruise going to Nassau, Bahamas and Ocean Key. I did not get off of the ship. The ship was the destination for me because I've already been to Nassau several times and I've been to Ocean Key 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. So I just decided to hang on the ship. This was a solo cruise for me because at the last minute, Kenneth got sick and couldn't join me, so I came by myself. I've had a good time so far, so I wanted to just take a minute to give my review of the ship. Living on the ship. So, the first review will be embarkation. So, I arrived at the port a little before 10 o'clock. They have a line for those who are there on time for check in and then those who have later check ins. So, I was right beside a sign that said on time check in. We waited outside until about a quarter till 11, and then they started letting people go into the terminal to check in. Check in took less than 5 minutes, and that's going through the security scanner and checking in for my boarding time. Which the boarding time, the earliest was 11:30, but the ship opened up probably, I would say, a little before 11 o'clock. So within 5 minutes, I'd gone through security, I checked in, and I was on my way to boarding the ship. So I would give embarkation a 10 out of 10. The ship itself, I would give also a 10 out of 10. Of course, if you've been on MSC ships before, you know how beautiful they are. They are so pretty. They have the crystal staircases. The decor is very beautiful. The layout is nice. It's perfect, really. It's very pretty. It's super, super clean. One thing I can say about MSC is that they keep their ships very clean. Very seldom do you see anything out of place. They're constantly cleaning. Even today on port day while everybody's off the ship, repainting, they're cleaning down. They're shining up the staircases because they have the stainless steel, so there's fingerprints and such. They're cleaning all that up. They're vacuuming. They're keeping everything clean. So, 10 out of 10. Next, the staff. The staff has been so friendly. Everyone who I have passed by has always spoke to me. Hello, how you doing, ma'am? My room steward, he came in. He's made sure every day, do you have everything you need? Do you need anything? He's been very kind. The wait staff has been very kind. Everybody has been very courteous. It's it's been nice. Nobody's been out of character. Nobody's ever said anything mean or out the way. So the staff gets a 10 out of 10. The dining. So I have been in the main dining room, dining in Central Park. Now I will note that if you're a single sailor, then they will put you at a communal table. They will not put you at a table by yourself. If you would like to have a table for one, I would suggest on embarkation day going to the dining room and speaking to the maitre d' and asking them to assign you a table to yourself. Otherwise, you'll be sitting with other solo sellers. At my table, I'm at a table of 8, and there's only 2 of us sat at that table. Me and my table mate Peter. We've dined together for the past 2 nights, and tonight's the last night, so we'll be dining again. It's beautiful in there. The staff is very nice in the dining room. They're very accommodating. The food has been okay. I will give it a 7 out of 10 because some of it has been pretty good and some of it has just been okay. So it's not bad and it's not woo. It's a 7 out of 10. Just a little, probably a little more seasoning on the stuff that I've had. The first night for dinner I had prime rib, and then last night I had short ribs. Short ribs was almost good if it had just a little more seasoning on it. But I will say all the vegetables that they've put on my plate has been well seasoned. I don't know what kind of seasoning or brine they put those vegetables in, but they were still crunchy, but they had an amazing taste. But the meat itself, like the prime rib, I asked for medium. It was not medium. It had a little pink in the middle, and then the rest of it was well done. But the sauce they had with it tasted pretty good, so it kind of made up the difference. So, food, 7 out of 10. I did go to Ola Taqueria and Cantina for lunch today. It was pretty good. The food was good. I would probably recommend you do the all you can eat for $17.99 if you want to try a variety of stuff. I just did a la carte. I guess I should rate the shows. I've only been to one. The first night I was planning on going, but I was so tired. I just conked out. But the show last night was very good. It was called Encore. And they did popular songs from musicals that's on Broadway. I enjoyed that because I love musicals. And I am going to the show tonight. I think it's called Journeys. So, and they also have a comedy show, but I haven't been to that. So the show that I did go to, I'll give a 10 out of 10. The room is nice. I have not stayed in an interior stateroom in over 20 something years. And I booked the interior because Ken has never stayed in one. So I figured this would be the perfect opportunity for him to stay in one. But he got sick and couldn't even come. So it was just me. But it's nice and spacious enough. Kind of forces you to go out because you have no balcony or there's nothing to see in the room. So if you want to see anything on the ship, you got to go out. So I've been going around the ship and looking at stuff and looking at the water. Deck 8 is the promenade deck, so that's my favorite deck. I can walk around, look at ocean. They have nice places out there to sit. So the room I will give a 10 out of 10, and I will say also that the room stays cooler. An interior room stays cooler than a balcony room. I guess maybe because maybe the cool air goes out with the balcony, or you have more heat coming in from the window. But since there's no windows, then it holds in the cool air. So I found myself getting super cold, so I've had to turn the air up. But most of the time in the balcony room, I've had to keep the air down. Sometimes it's still hot. So keep that in mind when you're booking a cruise. If you want to be nice and cool, consider an interior. I'll let you know about debarkation tomorrow. It looks like I probably won't be getting off the ship until around 10. I've never stayed on that long. Most of the time it's around 8, 8:30 that I've been able to get off, but it's so I guess that's it for now. You'll be seeing me doing various things around the ship. So until next time, eat well and travel often. Bye, guys.